Thank God for people like you that can keep this history going, because there's history there.
Research. That's where the joy lies, and the fascination. Let the others scurry about gathering their contemporary bits of gossip. This is where the meat is found.
In 1979, Marciano, starring Tony Lo Bianco, hit the small screen. 20 years later, in 1999, Jon Favreau took on the role in Rocky Marciano, again debuting on televisions throughout America. Both of these iterations took on the legend of Rocky Marciano in two very different ways. Neither really succeeded, and both were met with a less than warm welcome by those who knew the story better than anyone, the family of the man himself. In 2007, this looked set to change when there were rumblings of a new movie in the early stages of development. Produced by Maurice S. Levy of Mega Films from a script by Terry Apple, and with the full cooperation of Lois "Sonny" Marciano. Yet here, in the future of 2023, we are yet to see this movie come to fruition. Why? This yet to be realised project, titled Rocky Marciano Unbeaten, 5 years before Mike Stanton's biography bearing the same name, originally penned by sometime actress and then first-time screenwriter Terry Apple, would be based around conversations with Lois Marciano himself, who would be credited as consultant. Yet Terry's draft would not move forward, being rejected and replaced in 2012 by Mark Wheaton. Despite this, the writer revealed in our correspondence that she was still on board the project as late as 2015, never formally being removed by the production team. The second draft from Mark Wheaton, penned on his laptop and now lost, came about when he was approached by Levy after film producer Peter Schumann suggested he would be a good fit. Mark had created a story idea for Friday the 13th, which Schumann would utilise, plus pieced together a biographical script of photographer and filmmaker Gordon Parks Sr. for director George Tillman, who would helm the direction of the movie on George Foreman. Mark's involvement lasted only a few months. His script, created through material sourced personally and passed on by Lois, plus conversations with the decade younger sibling who, as Mark related after I reached out, worshipped his brother, and he really wanted to get that right in the film. Yet, on completion of the initial draft, the script was once again rejected after Lois denounced it to producer Levy. Lou fundamentally didn't like my approach to his brother's character on the page. He got on the phone with Morris not long after and reiterated this point. Morris wanted me to start over, but I thought we were too far apart and we parted ways, confirmed Mark in our correspondence. Silence again for 3 years, until 2015. A new script had evolved by writing partners Samuel Franco and Evan Kilgore. More than this, however, was the news that an actor had been cast to portray Marciano, Avengers star Jeremy Renner. A few months later, in early 2016, news circulated that a film crew had begun scouting locations in Brockton and had even taken establishing shots in Ripper-Tiatina, Italy. Everything looked set to roll, but the chat around Brockton was not connected to the filming of Unbeaten, however, but rather to a production 2 years in the making, titled 49 & 0, the Brockton blockbuster, a second movie project produced and written by Rocky Marciano in conjunction with the youngest sibling, Peter Marciano, and Rocky's son, Rocky Marciano Jr. At the time of this recording, in May of 2023, both films have faded from light. Despite extensive searches and reach-outs, no honest answer as to why each has been perched back on the proverbial shelves for so long has been given. Yet Evan Kilgore did confirm to me recently that Samuel Franco and himself are indeed still attached and involved in the film, and that it's in active development at this time. He ended his message with, "We hope to have more updates soon." As do we all, for as Mark Wheaton says, there's an amazing film to be made about Marciano's rise and that era of boxing. The only reason it hasn't happened yet probably has to do with the difficulty of getting period movies, to say nothing of period sports movies, made due to the expense of recreating the era. If the right director or bankable actor pitched the right angle to a financier, it could happen. Let's just see what the future holds. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting the channel. For those who haven't subscribed, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I appreciate it. See you down the road.
This is Rocky Marciano. When I held the heavyweight title, they called me the Brockton Blockbuster. You'll find out why.
Thank God for people like you that can keep this history going, because there's history there. And it's history that has never been repeated.
So I kind of hesitated talking to you at the beginning, but when I read the book, I changed my mind.
Yeah, I'd like to see it do better. I mean, I like it, John, and I know, man, you put a lot of work into this, man, and I just would like to see you, get something out of it for your efforts and the work. And as a family member, you've written about things and interviewed people, things that I haven't heard before that were exciting.
I think that you're really, really getting it down. And I'm not saying that you're not getting lucky. You certainly are. Keep looking for that balance.